say yes to life. What are you choosing to step toward? For most people, it's just a simple, four-worded phrase, something that's easy to hear and even easier to ignore. Something that seems to carry little to no weight, but only if you let it. For someone like John O'Leary, these words became a lifeline. When John O'Leary was 9 years old, he was playing with gasoline and matches in his parents' garage. A single spark created an explosion, and in an instant, John himself was engulfed in flames. The explosion had launched him 20 feet against a wall and left him burnt on nearly 100% of his body. The doctors gave him a less than 1% chance of survival. He spent the next 5 months in the ICU burn unit at St. John's Mercy Medical Center in St. Louis, Missouri. During these 5 months, he found the most inspirational people in his life. His family were always showing up. His nurses were teaching him how to walk again. But most importantly, Jack Buck. Jack Buck was a Hall of Fame baseball broadcaster, best known as the longtime play-by-play announcer for the St. Louis Cardinals. The day of his induction into the Hall of Fame happened to be the same day as John's accident. He left the dinner early to meet John at the hospital. That's when he told him he believed in him and encouraged him to say yes to life. Now you may be wondering, why on earth is Aubrey giving us a life lesson on a guy named John O'Leary? The answer is simple: inspiration. Inspiration to ask yourselves why you do what you do. To me, the most inspirational part of the story was his why. When John was first admitted into the hospital, he asked his parents, why me? He didn't understand why God would allow this to happen to him. He was so mad and so upset, all because of something small, wanting to watch a piece of cardboard go up in flames. It wasn't a big enough impact for him to say yes to life. That wasn't until his mom asked if he wanted to live, and something switched and he knew the impact and wanted to leave when the world wasn't over. Fast forward 15 years at his college graduation, Jack gave John his Hall of Fame crystal baseball. And John felt embarrassed of it, not because he didn't want it, but because he didn't feel worthy of having it. In that moment, he asked again, why me? This time though, out of curiosity. He wanted to know why he put so much time into him and into making his life matter. John eventually became a contractor, and as he was working one day, a woman asked if he would be willing to speak to her Girl Scout troop. He agreed, and to say he was terrified would be the understatement of the century. He had never spoken to a crowd, and even though it was just a small group of girls, he didn't know what he was doing. One of the girls